Welcome or welcome back, beautiful soul. I'm so excited that you are here with me today because I know I'm not the only one who spent my entire life feeling like nothing I ever did was good enough. It felt like in my relationship, nothing was ever enough. In my family, I'm one of 6 kids, nothing was ever enough. In my career, just no matter what I did, it always felt like it wasn't good enough. And a huge part of me felt like when I achieve something, then I'll be enough. When I have a super successful career, then I'm enough. Or when I have an amazing relationship or my soulmate, then I'm enough. Or even when I had my spiritual awakening, it was like, when I manifest this thing, then I'm enough. Then I'm worthy. Then I will have an amazing life. That's how it felt for me. And it's like, then I can breathe. Right? That there's no more pressure. Has anyone else ever felt that way? And I'm gonna be so honest with you, it never happened. It never happened in my regular life, like pre-spiritual awakening, and it never happened during my spiritual awakening. It kept feeling like there was something else that was going to give me permission to breathe, to be good enough, that I was worthy, that I was loved, that I was accepted, okay? For who I am as a person. And I'll be honest, my own spiritual journey started to feel really just exhausting and draining and hard because I kept feeling like when I have a manifestation, then that thing gives me permission to be enough. And if there's one thing that I could do different on my spiritual journey, like hopefully you will do this and save yourself like the years of turmoil. I made things so much harder for myself not knowing this. And it's knowing that that's not how this works. And if you keep thinking that something else is going to fill that kind of empty void that's within you, if something else is going to make you worthy, or it's going to make you feel good enough, or it's going to make you feel loved, it's never going to happen. And the more that you keep operating from that energy in your spiritual journey, the harder the journey is going to be because that's lack energy. So it's lack is going to attract lack. I want you to know that you are already perfect right now. You are already worthy right now. You are already deserving right freaking now. Your worth is a fact. It's not a feeling. You just don't believe it. And here's why. Because somebody lied to you and told you that your worthiness was dependent upon what you do in life. Or they treated you in a way that made you feel like you have to earn your worth, or also known as earn love. And because you don't believe it, you keep directing and feeding your energy into a reality that you don't want, which is, if I do this, then I'll be good enough. If I manifest this, then I'm good enough. This is all unconscious. If I have this job, then I'm good enough. If I have this partner, then I'm good enough. If I have this money, then I'm good enough. If I have this bag, this car, right? If this, then that. And that will keep you on the hamster wheel of life, in a life that you don't desire to be in. Trust me, I've been there. It's one that's full of pain and suffering and hardness and sacrifice because it's devoid of love, because you believe you have to keep doing in order to prove yourself, to be good enough, AKA in order to be loved for who you are. In reality, all you have to do is shift your way of being back to the inner knowing that you already know deep within you that you are already good enough. And you do this by loving yourself now, because the lack of worthiness is the story that your body made up as a result of not receiving unconditional love as a child. And so you were trained to think that you have to work to prove yourself, that you have to work for love, that it's conditional, that you work for your worth. And so your whole life you have been trying to prove that you are enough when all along you have already been. You just didn't know it. because of the lack of love. And you heal this by giving yourself the love that you never got. You will never get the love or the validation from the people, from the external world that you need it from until you start loving yourself. Because like attracts like. So if you don't love yourself now, even with all of your faults, you'll never have a life that you love, or people who truly love you, or more money or success, because those are all results of feeling whole and secure now. And when you feel that by loving yourself now, you are in that abundant energy. Nobody can love you unconditionally if you don't. The world can't if you don't. And you'll keep thinking that you have to prove your worth until you start loving yourself now. Because what you're trying to prove is that you are lovable, when you should have received that love for no reason, because that's your parents' job. But unfortunately, we all didn't get that. So then our psyches created a story that has been unconsciously running our lives. I went through this myself. And this was by far the most profound thing that I learned on my own spiritual journey. I'm one of 6 kids, right? I grew up in the Midwest. I was the middle child. Is there any other middle children out there? I was the helper, the one who my parents, never had to worry about. Oh, Kirby, I've never had to worry about you. I handled everything myself. Nobody ever checked in on me. Nobody ever helped me. I never even knew it was an option for someone to help me, including my parents, or to have someone to lean on, to support me, someone to rely on. Have you felt like you've never been able to rely on anybody? And I felt guilty asking for help. So I was hyper independent. And I felt the weight of the world on me from a young age, right? I paid for college myself. I applied for the loans myself. I had no one supporting. I got apartments myself. Like nobody helped me through it. And then when I was 25 years old, I'm diagnosed with severe anxiety and depression with no one to lean on and not understanding why. And I was deeply miserable inside. And even when I finally brought it up to my mom, she totally dismissed me because I grew up in a family that couldn't handle anything, any emotions that weren't positive. It wasn't until 6 years later when I had a spiritual awakening, when I was bedridden with chronic illness. And it was then 4 years after that for me to realize that love is the answer. And all my pain was because of lack of love. So learn from my mistakes and start loving yourself now, because it will make your journey so much easier than mine was. And it comes back to you allowing yourself to love yourself right now for exactly what your life looks like. Because when you start loving yourself, it shifts you on a cellular level. And then as within, so without. So it shifts your life. It transforms everything. So if you have no idea how to love yourself, self-love, and you have no idea where to start with this, I recommend join us inside my 30-day challenge all about loving yourself. It's called Love Myself. It's free to join. You can check it out below. If you'd like additional support with that, I also have an online membership with amazing, beautiful spiritual souls who are all walking the walk, living the embodiment. I support them every single day with guidance and wisdom and support. There's live coaching happening 24/7, and it's a beautiful group of people. So all of the information for all of this is down below in the description, so you can check it all out there. You deserve to start living an amazing life now. And that's not going to happen with a manifestation or a new job or a new partner. It's going to happen when you internally shift and recognize the fact that you're whole. In order to feel whole, you have to love yourself. Loving yourself will fix and shift everything in your life. It's the most cosmic, powerful thing because it is the frequency of the soul. It's powerful and it's easier than you think, but it has to become a regular practice because you've been so used to operating from lack of love. So you have to rework your way of being to allow love to be directing your life. Be a vessel of love and your life will transform. I'm sending you all of my love, beautiful soul. Have an absolutely divine and radiant day, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, if this video helped or supported you at all, I would love and appreciate it so much because love and gratitude direct my life. I would love it if you could just comment, like the video, subscribe, so more people can get access to this beautiful divine wisdom. I'm sending you all of my love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.